Alrighty, so this is my first time going live, you guys, so hope I get some viewers. But I am currently sitting here washing some dollies, and there's some over there drying right now after I just got done cleaning them. So this is just gonna kind of be a video of me just sitting here washing dolls. I'm currently watching some videos by 1,000 Splendid Dolls, which they are one of my favorite subscribe channels. So if you haven't heard of them, go check them out. So I am currently washing the lovely Sparkle Beach Christie with the long hair, the long-haired variant. And then I also have, I believe that's Tropical Island or Island Fun Barbie. These are dolls that need to be washed. So, but there's Island Fun Barbie, Tropical Splash Barbie, and then there is Sun Sensation Kyra. So I've already washed. These are dolls with conditioner in their hair that I'm letting sit. So we have Sun Sensation, Skipper, Sparkle Beach Teresa with the long hair, Beach Blast Barbie, and then there is the lovely Sun Sensation Christie. But the dolls that are drying right now, there is Troll Barbie, she needs a boil wash. And then there was my very first Sun Sensation Barbie as a child, and she got kind of gross and destroyed. Holiday Barbie 91, my second Sun Sensation Barbie, some random, I think she might be a Holiday Barbie if anyone knows who that one is. People said that she was her, but the earrings, as you can see, is completely different, and her face looks different. That was my very first Teresa doll that I ever got. So that's Hawaii Teresa, and as you can see, she is a hot mess. There is my other Sparkle Beach Teresa doll with cut hair. She's the auburn-haired version, and I believe she's made in Malaysia. Yes, she is a Malaysia variant. The other one I have is China. And then there is Sparkle Beach Barbie with her neck down on her, or her head down on her neck, but it doesn't really bother me that she's like that. And then there is my 1994 Tooth Fairy Barbie. She just got cleaned. I'm about to take them outside to dry, so I'm trying not to drop my phone. So it's a nice sunny day out, kind of gloomy here and there, but I'm going to try to take them out and get them dry. So, and then there's a dress that I washed. So I have this little stool I'm going to try to set up so that y'all can watch and observe me washing the dollies. So hope you guys enjoy. So let me get my stuff. So basically what I'm using is shampoo, conditioner, and I'm using this little tub. Got my toothbrush here. Got my dog brush, which has broken, unfortunately. So, yes. By the way, somebody keeps messaging me. Someone asked how many Barbies I have. I'm not sure. I have literally no idea. I know it's around almost 1,000, if not 1,000. And that doesn't even count all my other dolls that I have. So I just got done washing this doll. So I have to put conditioner in her hair. Yes. She doesn't really... I know you ask... I know you're a person that comments on my videos a lot about the knees that bend. And some of them do, some of them don't. As far as Christie, her knees don't click very loud, but they are squeaky. But they're not squeaky right now because she's wet, so. So this is basically what I just do. I'm going to... Well, this conditioner I'm using is like running out, so I'm going to go run and get some more. So you can just stare at Sparkle Beach Christie while I go get more conditioner.
I used to make my own Swan Princess paper dolls and dreamed of having an actual, like, you know, 11.5-inch doll, not knowing that they made actual Tyco dolls. So I made her to kind of fulfill that childhood dream, and my dad always thought that she was...
But yes, by the way, for the one person, I'm not sure how many people are watching, but for that one person that keeps messaging me, you don't have to be sorry for asking me about my dolls. It's perfectly fine. I just don't always answer a lot of questions or comments because I'm busy. So this is the conditioner that I'm going to be using because it's fuller and I won't have to like sit there and bang on it to get the conditioner out. So when I do conditioner, basically, let's see. So here we go. I'm trying to get that thing closed. But for a doll with hair this long, maybe that much conditioner. So just work that in. But as you can see how gray that water is getting, I've been watching 1,000 Splendid Dolls tutorials on how they take care of their dolls and stuff like that. So it's kind of inspired me to start cleaning up some of mine. The container that I showed is where I'm going to be storing all my 90s beach dolls. 90s, possibly 80s, so beach dolls are going to go in there. I'm going to start storing them in smaller totes.
She's one of those greasy face basic Mulans. She was a gift from my cousin's fiance. She was her childhood doll.
So just rinse her hair. Her hair's already been brushed.
Secondhand Disney dolls I got as an adult, as I mentioned, with Sephora. And I found this set for like $10 at the flea market, and I know that my childhood set looks nice, but don't be...
So I'll just rinse her again. I've already scrubbed her face, scrubbed her body and everything with the toothbrush, so. But you don't have to scrub them with toothbrush. I like to usually just use a wash rag and put some dish soap on it, scrub them down, especially if they're really dirty from the thrift store. So it's all personal preference, really. So she will go over there with the other dollies that are drying.
She's a very important milestone in my collection, and I will cherish her forever.
And I'm just going to be brushing her hair.
We had really bad luck. I had pet guinea pigs as kids named Peter and Tina. They were both boys, but my sister was lied to and told Tina was a girl.
No, unfortunately, my Tropical Splash Barbie is not scented. She was really dirty when I got her, and she had the haircut. I've had her before in the past, and she was a Malaysia version. The one I have, let me see, is, I'm not sure if you can see that. It says Indonesia, so, but yeah, she's had a haircut. I actually rooted some extra hair into her head, so, but no, she is not scented anymore, and I trimmed up her hair, gave her a part line, but yeah, her legs do squeak. Her toes have been, I cut her like toes off because someone had chewed on them really bad and there was like chunks taken out. So in order to smooth it out, I kind of just cut them off, and I usually just cover them with shoes, but she's got a discolor, or not a discoloration, she has a this mark on her leg. But I got her like maybe, I think I got this doll in 2013 from the Goodwill, so. But I love her very much. She is very special to me. I had one when I was a kid and she got destroyed, so. But yeah, I love her, but she is no longer scented. And as for your your comment, you said you were born in '93. I was born in 1990, so March 1990. So I believe Christie is done. Her hair is really lovely. I found her at the thrift store 3 years ago, and she was very nice, very new condition, had her original outfit and everything. Oh yes, the beach dolls, even the 90s, all the beach dolls are pretty much meant for playing in the water.
We have 2006 Glitter Princess. I'm not really sure which Tyco doll this is.
Yeah, I wish there was smell-o-vision because her hair smells so good. So she needs to go over there to dry. I guess I will, since she's been asked about so much, I will go ahead and start washing her. So I will move my thing of water.
There's really no way to know with Tyco dolls if there's nothing specific about them, like they don't have specific hair. Most of them use the same facial screening, so I don't really know, but they're cool. They're the 92 versions.
Well, you know what, while I'm at it, I probably should rinse the conditioner out of these other ones. I had to leave the conditioner in Beach Blast Barbie's hair because her hair is like so, like it frizzes easily because of the crimpies. But after so many times of washing the hair, it will eventually go nice without having to do a boil wash. So I actually forgot to put conditioner on her bangs. So I'm just going to put a little conditioner on her bangs. Work that in there. Rinse out her crimps. But yeah, I basically had to do a body donor for her, which was another, I think this is Island Fun Barbie. I keep forgetting her because I'm not familiar with her. But I had to use her twin sister as a body donor for her until I can find a body. So. Oh yes, I do have Splash and Color Christy. She's actually one of my favorites. One of my favorite Christy dolls ever. Each company's different interpretation of a character. My childhood Ariel, so this, and she actually has a reroot. You can see her hair is really long. Yes, actually she does. I'm not sure if it's gonna focus in on her face, but she does have the Z's in her eyes. And so do the, I have another one, but she doesn't have a body. Well, actually, I messed up on that. This body went to her twin sister, and I had another Island Fun Barbie, and she had much thicker, nicer hair. So I put her on this body. So her twin sister is actually just a head in one of my Barbie head bins. So I actually put my first Island Fun Barbie on her body, and then when I found her, now both of them have no bodies because, I mean, who doesn't love Beach Blast Barbie? She is amazing. And yes, I do have, Swimming Ariel. I actually have 3 Swimming Ariel dolls, but they're all in need of repair. So I believe that this one's done. Yes, I am watching 1,000 Splendid Dolls. They have a lot of good videos that I get a lot of my, their tutorials help me a lot manage my doll collection, and it's really helpful. So I definitely suggest watching any of their transformation videos and their dolly restoration videos. No, I haven't heard of Diamond's Dollies, but I will definitely be sure to check that out. Just gonna rinse out lovely Sun Sensation Skipper. I literally freaked out when I found her at the thrift store. She has a chipped neck, but I glued her neck peg in place so she can only turn her head. But she is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I love her sweet little face with her intense makeup. I love her little ship, her little sailboat necklace too. No, actually, I am in Carrollton now. Carrollton, Texas. So I guess I will lay her out to dry.
Mattel doll from Target 2009.
So I guess who's up next is Island Fun Barbie. So she's actually my favorite facial variant. She has like blue pupils to match her mascara.
They looked like this doll.
And
Named Joy after my mom.
my other two Island Fun Barbies have black pupils, and it's just not, in my opinion, it's not as pretty as her.
In a bin with dolls, and they were really
No, the hurricane didn't affect us. We just got a bunch of rain.
because they had gotten broken heads and just mangled over the years, so we were really happy to get them. And then the really cool story about my two Disney Parks dolls is that I actually got them for free.
Alrighty. So shampoo her. I mean, a lot of these dolls have already been cleaned, but since I moved into the new house, a lot of my dolls got musty and gross, so I'm rewashing them again. This is actually one of my recent finds, and she was really nice, but her hair is like gotten musty with like in a few months or something like that. So I'm washing her hair again and conditioning it. 1000 Splendid Dolls says you have to wash your doll's hair a lot, so I'm gonna try doing that. But I have so many dolls, it's hard to keep up with all of them. Oh, I totally skipped Tropical Splash Barbie. Well, you know what? She'll just sit in the water. Actually, yes, I do have Happening Hair Barbie. She is amazing. And I have Happening Hair Christy too, but she's not on the right body because her body was really loose and swingy when I got her. So I body swapped her. And her original body is currently in my doll parts bin, possibly waiting another girl.
I really didn't like this head mold for Belle, so I decided to make her into Kaylee, and it didn't work out. It was really awful. It was just, I made her look so ugly, and it just made me feel so bad.
Yeah, my very first swimming Ariel doll that I got when I was like 12 from my friend Tiffany. Whenever I first got to play with her, she was like almost mint condition, but by the time she gave her to me, she had ripped the fabric piece off, and then that doll wound up getting lost, so I got really sad, but now I have 3 of them, which it kind of doesn't do it justice because she was a China variant and all the variants that I have are Malaysia, so I know that's kind of silly to focus on the makes, like the country regions, but that's the only way I feel like I get a genuine doll back is if it's made in the same country, because even the same country doll, or the dolls that are made in different countries, they all tend to look different in some way. Like here we have Sparkle Beach Teresa, and she's a China, and then we have Malaysia. So they're both the same doll, but they are both so different. So this one is, and I got her from a flea market like back in 2010, and usually people would body swap dolls like this because she's got like chew marks. So like you can see she's got like scrape marks, gouge marks, and her feet. But that doesn't really bother me. I don't have a lot of bodies lying around, so it's kind of hard for me to body swap dolls. And her body is perfect, so. But yeah, I'm really picky about what doll makes that I get. It took me several boil washes to get this doll sleek, though her hair was totally destroyed when I got her, and her face was really dirty, and her legs had like dirt caked on them. So I believe she's done. She just had to get the conditioner. I left the conditioner in some of their hairs, especially the ones with really destroyed hair. I'll just sit there and wash other dolls and just leave the ones with destroyed hair with conditioner sitting in there for several minutes to maybe an hour, just to let that soak in. And poor Sun Sensation Christy, she was a doll I got back in 2007, winter of 2007. She wasn't exactly one of my favorite ones. I mean, her face wasn't nearly as impressive to me as Barbie's, and she didn't have the glitter hair streaks, which I was disappointed. I think she was my second Sun Sensation doll, and I recognized that by the eyes because they have like the light beams in their eyes and the really gold makeup, and also the necklace was a dead giveaway. But I was disappointed that she didn't have glitter tinsel.
And this doll, my dad found for me at an indoor flea market, this sparkling doll right here. And all the other one is prettier. She means the world to me. Princess Stories.
Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention this doll was like a factory defect. You can see her hands. Like this hand, her fingers were like partially molded. And my cat chewed her hand. That's why there's that puncture. But she's been musty and dirty for so long. I got her. Of course, I mentioned back in 2007, I did not know how to restore dolls. Thank you 1,000 Splendid Dolls for all the lessons, but back then I did not know how to restore dolls. I thought that just simply washing them, I didn't even bother scrubbing their faces. I would merely just shampoo them, put conditioner in their hair, and brush them out, and there we go. And no boil wash, nothing. So I got her back in 07 and didn't know how to take care of her properly. So she's been sitting all musty for a very long time, and I feel really bad for her. But she is actually really gorgeous though. I mean, look at that face mold. She is so, so, so pretty.
I don't know, but her packaging was Australian. A Dreamworld Anastasia and her daddy, the Tsar Nicholas, here on my nightstand, as well as my
So okay, finish up Island Fun Barbie. I'm getting distracted.
Which has Bridezillas, Roxy Girls, and a few Disney animated people. So we have the Mattel.
So just about that much.
Little, mini Rapunzel. Then we have the 2011 Disney Store Rapunzel, Disney Store Flynn, Disney Store Mother Gothel. This is the 2013.
This VO5 conditioner that I'm using is not very effective. You kind of have to use a bunch of it. It's kind of like a generic dollar store brand here in Texas, so I'm not sure if VO5 shampoo is available everywhere, but you kind of have to layer that stuff on. Get her bangs. Yeah, this doll and her sister, her twin sister, was really sad. Oh yeah, I used to live in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm from Weatherford. Well, actually, no, I'm from Mineral Wells, Texas. And then I moved to Weatherford when I was like 7, and I lived there till I was 24. There we go. Yeah, the VO5 conditioner just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as slick, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. So she is done. Rinse her again. You could probably check eBay or something like that. I am not sure. It's very rare that you find replacement parts for vintage Disney princess dolls from Mattel. And if not, you could always like try to make one out of like fabric. They sell like lots of fabric at Walmart. Especially lots of like glittery fabric. I've been thinking of getting some glittery fabric for making mermaid tails for my dolls because it's really pretty material. Oh my gosh, the dolls are piling up. I'm gonna have to go set them outside soon. So now we get on to the lovely. I mean, look at how beautiful she is. Sun Sensation Kyra. I literally freaked out when I saw her at the thrift store. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about silicone mermaid tails and stuff. They're really cool. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm smelling this doll now. It's been a long time since I've washed her, so her hair smells kind of musty, not in a bad way, not like cigarettes or an old garage, but she kind of has that vintage Barbie smell. So, but she is so beautiful. I literally did. I freaked out when I found her, and because I'd wanted her. The next one I want from the Sun Sensation line is Jazzy. She is my favorite Sun Sensation doll. So, but I mean, I think this one's my second favorite, and Skipper is definitely one of my other favorites. I would say Barbie, but like I do love, don't get me wrong, I love Barbie from the Sun Sensation line, but she's so common.
My childhood Anastasia doll together in Paris. I don't even remember when I got this doll. I've had it that long. I have like no memory of getting her, but I love Anastasia. It was one of my favorite movies. It still is.
There we go. Yeah, her hair looks nice, but her hair feels dry. And I'm getting it's the first time I've ever gone live, so I keep getting distracted by people's comments, so I'm kind of so profesh. I watched the Mommy and Gracie show, so this is my so profesh moment.
Making all of my nice clothes completely wet. I screamed out,
but yeah, I hope you find some cool Barbies on Craigslist. I've never been on Craigslist before. Mainly where I shop is eBay or thrift stores. I can't really say flea markets because I don't live in Weatherford anymore, and there's a flea market that comes every month, or at the beginning of every month, should I say, and it's called First Monday, and that's where I got a lot of my flea market dolls I talk about. And their First Monday was like a gold mine. Like if anyone watches, for those of you who watch 1,000 Splendid Dolls, the doll hauls that they get at their flea markets, they talk about as like First Monday. Although I used to not buy dolls from them all the time because I didn't have the money back then. But if now as an adult on my own, I get more money in, so if I would totally buy just a big lot of dolls in bulk if I went to a flea market. And not only that, I need to get to a flea market because a lot of my dolls don't have clothes, and seeing 1,000 Splendid Dolls hauls where they get like lots of doll clothes is what I need, because a lot of my dolls are naked right now.
Swimming Ariel, and then this is Tycho singing Ariel. Another Tycho wedding Eric. Another Enchanted Swan.
Oh yes, by the way, I'm not even sure which 1,000 Splendid Dolls video is playing right now, but it's actually, I think it's her Disney collection, and she just mentioned Swimming Ariel. Like I just saw her and I was like, oh yay, I love that doll. But yeah, I felt so bad for my Swimming Ariel because she was destroyed. My friend Tiffany let me borrow her when I was like 12, and I held on to her for like a week, and then I gave her back. And Tiffany did not take care of, in fact, Hawaii Teresa right here was one of the dolls my friend Tiffany had, and she was one of the ones she gave to me. And this is actually the original haircut that she gave her. And she cut her bangs off too. The earrings are a replacement. And I put masking tape around her waist when I was like 12 because her waist snapped. And that's what's left over. And she's got like this bubble on her butt from all the super glue that I used on her because I like super glued her waist. And I set her down on a flat surface and it all gathered in that one area. So now she's got like, but her waist stays together at least. And I used to have her head super glued down onto her neck. But this is what her neck looks like. So yeah, it is pretty bad. I remember the incident too. I had grabbed her and I was shaking her and her head was like going back and forth, and then all her neck pieces chipped off and I couldn't find them all. But yeah, I was like 12, so don't beat me up over that. But I'm glad I still have her. She was my first Teresa doll, and I love her so much. She is so important to me. She's one of the few dolls I have left, if not the only doll from Tiffany that I have. And Tiffany was just one of my friends in my childhood who we used to play Barbies together. And
and the other half we
one Christmas she decided that she didn't want her Barbies anymore, so she just gave them all to me.
My
So
sister's going to talk about her dolls. And if you want to know more, I'll leave my Flickr account below. And each doll has like a whole huge
I will put her back over there.
As you know, collectors and how they've changed our lives. But I can't possibly.
Yes, I actually have that fairy doll.
In this video.
I have the African American version of the Alina doll.
So, without further ado, and I also should say that please do not ask me
She doesn't have any.
for trade.
She doesn't have any of her accessories that came with her.
These are my dolls and I love them very much. So let's get to it. So the very first doll that we had was my sister's Molly doll. She got her for Christmas 1996. I had read
Hey, if you have the money, just get her. And I would highly suggest getting her if she's a doll that you really, really want. There's been actually several dolls, like the Fairytopia Magical Mermaid Barbie. I caved and got her for like $30 on eBay. And it was a little bit much, but I wanted her so bad that I didn't even care. And it's especially good if she's in, which that doll was in box and she'd never been, well, she'd been opened, but nobody had taken her out. But if she's in box, factory sealed, I'd highly suggest getting her if you really do want her.
My first doll was Addie Walker.
But you should see the African American version. She's really, really beautiful.
Replacement head. So I got Addie for my birthday in 1997 when I turned 6 years old. Mom and Dad just couldn't keep me away from American Girl.
Where? Oh, there's my toothbrush.
And I just loved her ethnic hair. I loved her dark skin. I've always loved ethnic dolls, especially African American ones. So you can imagine how much
See,
I
does
loved
she have
Addie.
any dirt on
But
her
I love
legs?
that
She
so
doesn't
much,
really, but I'm going to
especially
scrub her
when
anyway.
I balded her. It's actually a really common problem with Addie dolls. So if you're younger or you're planning
I'm going to
on getting a
shampoo
doll
her
for
twice.
someone
I'm getting like
younger,
sidetracked.
I don't recommend Addie just because these dolls, even the newer ones, they shed a lot. So this is a new head, like I said, it's from 2003. And this one's even thinned out, even though I was a lot older when I got
I'll
her.
scrub her. I'll get some of the shampoo off of
So
her.
this was my second doll. I got her for my 7th birthday in 1998. Actually, these 4 dolls.
Scrub
were
her
purchased in 1998.
legs.
I love Samantha. To me, she is the iconic American girl. She's the face of the brand. I've always been crazy about this doll. I have 2 other Samanthas.
Oh,
and
that's
I keep
fantastic.
her Luca on and off. It's not her
You should
official name,
definitely
it's like a nickname.
check into Mermaid Fantasy Barbie if you've ever heard it. That is my favorite Barbie ever. I had very fond memories of her whenever I was 12. Oh, that's not bad for a lot of Fairytopia dolls. Since Fairytopia dolls are kind of sought after and rare. It's not too bad.
So then she gave her to me when I was, I don't know, maybe 10. And a few years later, I had her on my bunk bed and my dog chewed this leg. I was too afraid to send her to the doll hospital and my dad was too cheap. And we missed Addie.
I know, I feel so bad for leaving Tropical Splash Barbie in there. But, oh well, she gets to soak. The water that is in here is rather warm, so she can just soak for a while and have a nice spa day. My conditioner.
We opened them at the exact same time. We waited until all our other gifts were open, and then we like faced the boxes towards each other.
Condition her hair.
So this is actually my doll now.
And my brush is over there.
I was the one who talked her into getting Kirsten, and she's actually just gotten back from the doll hospital about a month ago. She had really, really bad silver eye. Like her pupil had silver in it. I have a video about my experience with her at the doll hospital and before and after pictures if you want to see what she looked like. I was really apprehensive when I was
I don't think I've ever heard of those.
We can't stop staring at it. And I love
MGM. Oh wait, actually, yeah, I have MGM. Oh, they're like from the Bratz. I actually have one of those dolls, and it's the one that has the blue and purple, and she's got crimps in her hair. I actually have that one. I found her at a thrift store a year and a half ago. She is really gorgeous. She has like a giant seashell crown, and it's silver. She has to wear my Moxie Girl Magic Swim Mermaid Kellen doll's top because she didn't have her top.
We still thought they were really cute, so we tried them out. We got to Christmas, and Colleen was going to get
Their tails remind me a lot of the Mermaid Fantasy dolls.
For her birthday. So it was like they're only like a month apart, so we consider them sister dolls. And she is named after Valerie Tripp, the author of a lot of the American Girl stories. So her name is just because I liked it.
There
So
we
like
go.
a lot, even if Girl of Today dolls aren't specifically the thing we like to collect. So then Ron, one of my
So that is
favorite
all
dolls
of the
time,
dolls
Baby
in that
Daisy.
pile.
Not very famous, I know.
So
Her for a good report card in 2000.
I will go ahead and show you the other dolls. They're kind of in a pile right now.
Probably my most played with American Girl, that includes Out of Addie. I just love her, and even though I usually like ethnic dolls more than like blonde dolls, something about
I have
the
to
gray-eyed
get
one
situated here. I've been
always
sitting on the
drew me
floor.
in. And you can tell I played with her a lot. You might not be able to tell in this lighting, but she's like all this color, yellow. So that's kind
But
of
here are all the dolls that need to be washed. I have my two. They're kind of in a pile, so her hair is going to be messy. There's my two Ocean Friends Barbie. I do have the mask. I know these don't go to her, but they go with the blue there. And even though they're not beach dolls, they're swimming dolls, so I'm going to keep all those in with my 90s swimmers and stuff like beach doll, slim box beach dolls. I have my two Butterfly Art Barbies. This one was a sad case, and I got her for free at that first Monday flea market because her hair was really destroyed and she had a chewed hand, but I love her anyway. And I refused to rebody her because her tattoo. And I'm just really funny about reboding my dolls. And this one, of course, has a haircut, but I recently fixed her hair and trimmed it up and made it look nice. But I've had her for about... I got her back in 08. This one I got in 09. Oh yeah. I've been in Barbie fights before. Some of my friends were actually playing Barbies once, and I fought over another Barbie with another girl. And we wound up breaking. It was one of my Dream Glow Barbies with the soft body, and we were playing tug of war over her, and her head popped off. So I was very angry. But the other one, I can't remember. I think she's Swim and Dive Barbie. I have her oxygen tank, but it's broken and it doesn't work. But she is absolutely lovely. I used to have her, but I lost her. And then here is actually my two. Here's my two Glitter Beach Barbies. I also have Glitter Beach Kyra, which she is absolutely... I never realized how much I appreciated it. Like, I didn't appreciate her very much when I got her. I thought she looked kind of like all the other Kyra dolls, but I've learned to appreciate her, and her makeup is gorgeous, and her hair is extremely thick. But yeah, those are my Glitter Beach dolls, which I did do a review over. And here is a Sparkle Beach Skipper, which her head was actually off when I found her. She can only twist and turn her head because I glued her knob in place. But other than that, she's really good. Oh yes, I have jewel hair. I have like 3 jewel hair mermaid Barbies, and I have 1 jewel hair mermaid Midge. They are really beautiful. Here's Wet n Wild Barbie. This was the very first Barbie doll that I ever got from that flea market, that first Monday flea market. And she's had like 5 or 6 different bodies. But here she is. I recently rerouted the front part of her hair, did a partial reroute. This is California Dreams Barbie. She is very extremely... I got her for free at the flea market, just like that one, because her arm was broken off. And that day that I got her, her other arm broke off because she was so old. But she is on a, I believe, Fun to Dress Barbie body. It's a lot tanner than she is. And her original hair, as you can see, is kind of... I took a curling iron after her hair. No, it actually was a blow dryer. That's right. I tried to blow dry her hair and it singed. But I love her nonetheless. So she's one of my favorites. She will be getting washed. But yeah, my 2 Wet n Wild Barbies. Look at this one. She's so much more orange than that one, but they're like different It's weird because they're both Malaysia, but they're both so different. Oh yeah, and I also had to partially repaint her face, but it's coming off. As well as this one, I had to do a partial repaint on her face. But this one was the saddest one. She was the one that I found in somebody's old shed. I found her along with my first glitter hair Barbie, which had a haircut and everything like that. But she's like kind of discolored. You can see where she kind of, I'm not sure if you can see, oh, like right there, she has like tan lines from being left in the sun. But she was covered in dirt. And she was like halfway buried in the ground when I found her. But she still had her original outfit on, and she still had the scrunchy thing in her hair. So she is I got her back in 2008. I found her, and I tend to hold on to the dolls that I find like that the most. Actually, fun story, I have never mentioned this on my channel before, but when I was like 10, I went to a family gathering at my uncle's house, kind of like Christmas or Thanksgiving, and across the street from his house was an abandoned house. And I've been a natural, like, that's something I'm naturally drawn to, is abandoned structures, so I went to explore it. And the moment I stepped in the driveway, like it was literally a dirt driveway, there was, something bad had to have happened there because the windows were smashed out. But as soon as I walked in the driveway, there was a Barbie lying in the driveway, and she had dried mud in her hair, and all around the entire house was just Barbie doll pieces scattered everywhere. And inside the house, there was other Barbie pieces, other miscellaneous dolls. And of course, when I lived with my mom, she didn't like dolls, so she didn't want me to have them. So she would always burn them if I came home with dolls. So sadly, I couldn't get all the dolls. I would have even gathered up all the pieces and kept them all because I felt so bad for the poor dolls. All the dolls that I'd found, they had haircuts, they were chewed, they were badly mangled. It was awful. And I wanted to rescue them all. If I were an adult the way I am now and I saw something like that, I would take all the dolls and I would keep them all and clean them up. I wouldn't even rebody them. I would just leave them the way they are because I would see them beautiful the way they are. And the condition that they would be in would be like a story behind them. It'd be like a little story. But yes, this was one of those dolls, one of those types. So every time I find a doll like that that's abandoned in a yard or that's been buried in dirt, I always cherish them and hang on to them because I feel accomplished that I rescued them. So she was one of my rescues, and I love her so much. I still have her bathing suit. I do not have the scrunchie that was in her hair, but I do have her bathing suit. The bathing suit changes colors, but not very much because her being left in the sunlight for so long. But I love this doll so much, and of course, there's her twin sister right there, which they look so, her skin is very orangey, and she's really tan. This one also is an unusual variant because you sift through her hair, and she has this bright, what's that? Platinum streak. So and it's Kanekalon hair. I'm not sure what that's called when they change colors out in the sunlight. I have no idea. I think it's partially because of sunlight. I have no idea. I don't even think it's sunlight that changes, gives them tan lines, because I've actually left dolls out in the sun for a week to try to bleach out some ink stains. And I've actually had some dolls I've actually had the tan lines where the darker areas, I've actually had that fade. And it'll go back to the same color that it originally was. So I'm not entirely sure what causes that. But definitely beware if any dolls get left out in direct sunlight. Oh, you mean when it bleaches? Okay, on the doll boxes. That is actually caused by direct sunlight. It bleaches out any sort of ink that there is. It also can happen with doll faces. And I've seen, it's really sad, but with some mermaid fantasy dolls that I've seen online with the neon pink hair, they've actually looked like they've been left out in direct sunlight in like a garage sale or something, and their hair actually bleached to like white. And it's like really sad because they were still boxed. But yeah, direct sunlight has a tendency to bleach Barbie hair, Barbie boxes, any sort of packaging, like ink or stuff like that. So like be very, very careful of that. Like this doll right here, if you can see, that is all bleached. And all the blue that you see, I did that with Sharpie. Yes, my Splash, I believe her hair still changes. You can't really see it very well when her hair does change, but it still does change color. In fact, I'm gonna go try to find her really fast so I can show her off, so you can stare at poor Splash and Color, or not Splash and Color. Yes, I think her knee, I'll have to go find her to check. But I'm gonna go try to find her real fast. So you can just stare at Miss Splash and Color Barbie again. I still need to wash her.
This was our first doll we purchased there, and now the only one. It was really special. We got her the Saturday after Black Friday that year, so a few days after Thanksgiving, and it was really, really special. Although incredibly overwhelming to pick out a doll, Mr. Bright will say.
And I must say, she actually, of all the American Girl dolls we've had, that's the only one that actually looked like Shelly did when she was a kid. Like, even
Yay, okay. I did find her. Here she is. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad for the person that mentioned her, because I wound up finding my Sparkle Beach Barbie, or not Sparkle Beach. My Splash and Color Barbie was sitting right next to her, so she is absolutely stunning.
July 2015. There's actually pictures of them on my Flickr as well from around the time we got them, and makeover pictures.
Hello Furby Lover 17 Productions.
Somehow we get on the topic of white bodies, and before you know it, we were buying Molly.
No, I have not got the new Teddy Ruxpin pin yet, but if you want to say hi, there's Teddy. He's just hanging out on the couch. Yep, her legs do squeak. That is one thing about me with Barbies like this when I was a kid, is I always loved squeaking their legs. And I always loved squeaking. Well, her head doesn't squeak. I'm kind of disappointed about that. Sometimes if I do that enough, the heads will squeak, but oh, as far as the knees go, no. This one clicks. Just a tiny bit. But like these mid-90s Barbies, I don't know what, but like their knees don't bend for very long. Oh, but she is so gorgeous. I love this doll. She is so, 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 so pretty. No, her legs are actually not loose. They're kind of tight. Yeah, so her legs are tight. Her arms are tight. Her waist, though, is a little loose. But everything else is rather tight. So she is absolutely gorgeous. And as a bonus, which I need to wash her anyway, there is Splash and Color Barbie. She has no bangs. I've had her since I was like 18. And I have her in this clone fashion. Oh yeah, her arm is loose. But yeah, her legs still bend. And her legs are tight. Everything's tight. Oh yeah, if you find something a good deal like that, then if you really want to and you have the money, then I would suggest bidding if you really want to. I'm sorry if I can't get to everyone's comments, because like the comments appear on the screen and they like disappear. Yes, actually, that reminds me, Pearl Beach Barbie. Yes, here's my Pearl Beach Barbie, which she needs to be cleaned. She's actually wearing the Indonesia Dolls bathing suit, which I donated her. I feel really horrible for it now, but I wound up donating her. But I found another Indonesia one, but this is the China one. And she has like high color makeup. It's so pretty. So when I found her, I put that on her. But she had a neck problem. If you can see that line, her neck chipped. Oh yes, I have Teresa as well. I need to go find her. Actually, I shall return. I want to go find her now.
And she was, I think, $120, including shipping, like still had her box. She was barely played with. She was a really good deal. So then we had Elizabeth, who I actually ordered her the same day as a Duke, but like after, but she came first in the mail. She came the day before. So I always wanted Elizabeth Cole. The Christmas that she came out was Christmas 2005, or she didn't come out Christmas, but that would have been the Christmas I got her. But I got Marisol, who was limited. And it's kind of funny because had we not gotten out of dolls for a few years, Christmas 2006, when Emily was out,
Here we go.
Emily and Elizabeth together, it would have been really special because
Sparkle, or not Sparkle Beach. I keep wanting to say Sparkle Beach for all these.
because Felicity wasn't in catalog.
But here is my Pearl Beach Teresa.
Forever gone.
And her knees
Beautiful. And I got her in a
still bend.
outfit
They
and
squeak.
like a little Felicity picture frame and her accessories.
And all her limbs are tight.
All for $130.
Her bangs are cut off though, but I kind of like her better without them. Her face is gorgeous. I love her like violet eyes that she has, if it wants to focus.
It was a really bad mess. I had to redo these things real quick. I had to straighten them and then
Absolutely, I do agree.
beautiful. And I made her these earrings. Ivy has homemade earrings.
But yeah, I love these earrings that she has.
These came from American Girl.
So there's Teresa
There have been talks of should we get
and Barbie. One of the most, I really want to get Christy from the line. She is absolutely gorgeous.
but I still wanted another always kind of on the back burner with getting a
But yeah, those are a bunch of dolls that I still need to clean.
50% off any doll.
Oh yeah, there's my, this is a Sparkle Beach Barbie that I got from my sister-in-law's aunt when I was living with her after my mother passed away. She got me two Barbies. She got me, which actually there's the other one's dress. There's the Tooth Fairy Barbie dress from the one she got me from eBay. And then here is the Sparkle Beach Barbie she got me from eBay. So right after my mom passed away, she got me 2 dolls on eBay, and it made me feel a ton better. And then there's this skipper, this Florida Vacation skipper. And I've had her, I got her with Kyra actually, that Kyra, yeah. I got her and her together with the redhead Pretty in Plaid Barbie, but I got rid of Pretty in Plaid Barbie, as well as 1,000 Splendid dolls. I went through a doll purging phase, and I got rid of some dolls that I really liked. And of course, now I am trying to find them again. So, oh yes, there is the doll head, the one that Beach Blast got her body. She was actually on the wrong body when I found her. She was on a bent arm body. Yes, Hawaiian Fun Barbie. Thank you. I haven't been that familiar with her, so I constantly forget her name. But she was actually on the wrong body. She was on a bent arm body with all these dolls are tan. Okay, there we go. That one. She was on a bent arm body with that skin tone. And her head was squished down under her neck, and her hair was a complete nightmare. And she just sat in one of my doll bins for a long time awaiting a body. And then she finally got a body, and then I found Beach Blast Barbie. So now she doesn't have a body again. So I feel kind of bad for her because she's constantly being switched around. But as soon as I do find her a body, I will get her a body because I really, really love her. In fact, let me go get my other
never did anything for me. Like, I didn't have, like,
During this video, I can't show my Ariel dolls because they're all put away. So that will have to be for a later video. So I'm sorry about that. Here we go. These are my two Island Fun Barbies. But yeah, you can see the difference in their faces. I like this variant better. They're both China variants, but look at how different they look. If it will focus in on their faces. There we go. I think she just has a dreamy-eyed look to her, and I really like that.
I liked Jess a lot when she came out, but that was 2006, so she's girl here.
What is one of the Barbies that I'm hunting for right now? Well, one of the ones I would like to have Pearl Beach. There's an endless line of Barbies that I want. But as I mentioned earlier, I would love Sparkle Beach. See, I keep wanting to call them all Sparkle Beach. Pearl Beach Barbie. I would want to get Pearl Beach Christy because she is amazing. But then, like, yes, speaking of sparkle or tropical, excuse me. But yes, I want that same Christy doll too. But yes, these are all the dolls that still need to be washed. So, and these are two other dolls. This is a doll that I had featured in one of my other videos, but I still have not gotten her identified yet. So here's a picture of her face. No, I do not have Splash and Color Teresa. I really, really want her though. She is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, here's one Barbie I still have not gotten identified. She has pink eyeshadow, I think. That's her facial screening. Yes, Teresa is depicted as being the Hispanic character. Only some versions don't really look Hispanic, but she's supposed to be the Hispanic version. Yeah, here's the Barbie. This is her hairstyle. It's straight across cut. She has the Shani arms, no ring, and she has the white bee underwears, and her legs are squeaky, kind of, sort of. Knees click, but I do not know which doll this is. And I've been trying, no earring holes either. I've been desperately trying to get her identified. But she is gorgeous. She has the superstar mold. She has this beautiful vanilla, like bright vanilla. I mean, it's the color that everyone calls platinum blonde, but it's like a vanilla blonde. And it's really beautiful. So she's really, really pretty. And then, of course, there is my Jazzy doll, my very first Jazzy. I couldn't express how much I loved her. No, but I want Glitter Beach Teresa really bad. I want all the dolls in the Glitter Beach line, especially Jazzy. Especially Jazzy. Because she is absolutely stunning. Which it's funny, on the packaging for the dolls, I don't think she's even advertised, so... Kind of like how I think it was Sun Jewel Shani. She was a part of the Sun Jewel line, which I unfortunately do not have any Sun Jewel dolls. Those are amazing. But it was weird because Sun Jewel Jazzy wasn't advertised, or not Sun Jewel Jazzy, Shani, or Shani, however you want to pronounce it. She wasn't advertised for Barbie. So it was weird how Jazzy also wasn't advertised with Glitter Beach. Oh, my Hawaii, probably not. That was one of the things when I was a kid that was one of the things about me when I was a kid. That's one thing about my childhood dolls that went first was the knee bending. So literally her knees will stay like that. So yeah, she is very, 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 very worn. Actually, let me see if I can get a close-up of her face. Her neck's actually, her head's actually squished down a little bit farther. I wasn't paying attention to that. But yeah, you can, this is a perfect example of how much I played with my dolls. If it will focus. Yeah, you can see her lips. She's missing most of her lips. She has paint chips to her face. She's got missing hair plugs. Her arms are loose. She's been broken several times. Her legs are loose. And I think, no, I didn't actually chew her feet. I'm surprised because I usually chewed their feet. Her fingertips are worn down. That's one sign of a doll that's been played with a lot, is if the fingertips have been worn down to just like nubs. So, but yeah, I love her nonetheless. She is absolutely one of my favorite Teresa dolls ever. And to be my first Teresa doll that I ever got, I'm just so thrilled that I have her. Palm Beach Barbie, I actually have 3 of her. But I don't have the variant that I had when I was a kid. But yeah, that is what is going on right now. So I'm going to end the video or the live stream because my battery is about to die. But thank you everyone who joined me and for all the wonderful comments and everything. So thank you guys for tuning in with me for my very first live stream, and I will talk to you guys later.